Hello and welcome to Food Fusion. I'm Charles Matheson. In this podcast, I bring you the world of food, lifestyle, and travel. This month, I'm talking about what I call living into enough. And it's all about how we untangle success from accumulation and learn to measure our lives with values that actually matter to us. Let's be real. From an early age, most of us are taught, sometimes subtly, sometimes not, that success means more. More money, more degrees, more followers, more stuff. And we're constantly reminded that we're not doing enough unless we're constantly achieving something new. Even rest feels like something to earn. But what if the constant chase is actually keeping us from the very satisfaction we're seeking? I've been reading the book called Essentialism by McKeown, and he posits that many people deem everything essential and that they can have it all right now without any trade-off. Trade-off meaning the giving up of something. That's just not true, because if we try to do everything and have everything, something is going to suffer because we'll end up doing a lot of things not very well. So I say, imagine a different model, one where success is measured not by volume, but by value, where having enough money to cover your needs and some joy is a greater achievement than chasing wealth for the sake of appearances, where enough time with loved ones counts more than overtime hours at a job you hate. So enough is not about settling. It's about choosing sufficiency over scarcity, dressed as ambition. Yes, I said it. Let's talk about food, because how we eat says a lot about how we live. So we often, I know I do, treat food the same way I treat success. More is better. Our fridges are full, our pantries are stacked, but we're still reaching for something more. Sometimes it's boredom, sometimes it's a desire for comfort, and sometimes it's just habit. But what if we approach eating with a mindset of enough? What if we paused and asked, am I really hungry? Or am I just trying to feel something that food can't? Listening to our bodies, eating slowly, choosing what truly nourishes us can be a radical act of self-respect, especially in this culture that pushes indulgence and restriction like two sides of the same coin. Just like in life, when it comes to food, enough is not about limits. It's about alignment. So, what if we redefine what success looks like for ourselves? What if we asked, what feels abundant to me? What are my real needs? What does satisfaction, not status, look like? In my pursuit of enoughness, I can see nearly everything in my fridge now. I'm working down my sauces. I have way too many sauces, but I'm just getting into this enoughness now. So I'm a work in progress. I recently went to a Thai restaurant in my neighborhood called Bed's Thai. So Beds space Thai. So it's a pun on the nickname of my neighborhood, which is Bedford-Stuyvesant, colloquially called Bed-Stuy. Anyway, I had a mango and shrimp salad. This dish is, when I say delicious, it is one of the best Thai dishes I've ever had. It's just a harmony of spicy, sweet, and freshness. The mango gives the dish a fresh, meaty texture. The herbs like Thai basil, mint, and green scallion create a sensational aroma. Everything works together perfectly. And I've been eating mangoes like crazy for the last 2 weeks because I was just so taken aback by this. So, if you're able, treating yourself to a restaurant meal every week or every so often is a great way to expose yourself to new flavors without doing any of the work. I think treating oneself to a restaurant every so often on a regular basis is a great act of self-care and kindness to the self. I mean, if we can't be kind to ourselves, how can we be kind to others? A lifestyle practice that I've been engaging in with recently is good old sleep. I've taken on this practice based on the book I read recently called Feel Good Productivity by Ali Abdaal. One of the biggest insights I've received from reading his book, Feel Good Productivity, and also the other book I mentioned earlier, Essentialism, is the power of sleep. Both books really hammered home the idea that when we sacrifice sleep to, quote, gain more time, we're actually setting up ourselves to be less effective and less creative. What I've experienced personally, is that getting more sleep has given me way more energy. I can't even begin to tell you. More creativity and ultimately more success. Even though on paper it feels like I'm giving up hours that I could be working, ironically, by sleeping more, I'm able to accomplish more in less time. I'm noticing like ideas and creative solutions coming to me that I never would have thought of before. It's almost like unlocking a hidden superpower that's been sitting right there under my pillow all along. So if you're grinding through fatigue, thinking you're being productive, it might be time to rethink that strategy. Your best ideas could be waiting for you on the other side of a good night's sleep. I'm going to dive into something that's been quietly and quickly changing the way we go out, and it is the rise of non-alcoholic drinks and bars. You heard right. No alcohol, no hangovers, and it's not just soda water and lime anymore. We're talking about crafted mocktails, zero proof spirits, and whole venues where alcohol is off the menu by design. And here's the kicker. New York City now has 23 sober bars, more than any other city in the country. That's not just a fluke. That's a full-blown movement. Millennials and Gen Z are leading this charge. In April 2024, 61% of non-alcoholic beer consumers in the U.S. were millennials. That's up from 45% just a year before. And the reasons range from health consciousness to mental clarity to straight up curiosity about what's possible when you ditch booze. Dry January, which started as a trend, has become a tipping point. Every year, more people are participating and more bars take notice. Many New York City establishments now proudly serve thoughtfully designed alcohol-free drinks that hold their own in taste, presentation, and vibe. Here are a few names. Hekate Café and Elixir Lounge. It's in the East Village and is the city's first fully alcohol-free bar. The vibe is cozy and witchy, and the drinks herbal, vibrant, and totally unique. Over in Brooklyn, not too far from me, in Greenpoint, is Getaway, and they offer a stylish, minimalist setting with a menu full of inventive, zero-proof cocktails. No alcohol, no judgment, just great drinks and conversation. And let's also talk business. Non-alcoholic drinks are actually, it's a smart move for bar owners. They come with higher profit margins, no alcohol tax, fewer expensive ingredients, and customers who are willing to pay for quality and creativity. And it's inclusive. Whether someone doesn't drink for health, religious, or personal reasons, offering these options brings more people through the door and keeps them coming back. Now, if you're curious where to try these for yourself, I've got you covered. I'll drop a link in the notes to a Vogue magazine article listing some of the best spots in New York City for alcohol drinks. Trust me, you are going to want to check these places out. So that's it for today's episode. If you're loving Food Fusion, don't forget to subscribe, share, and hit that like button. If you're watching this on YouTube or wherever you're getting your podcasts. Until next time, stay curious, stay nourished, and maybe next time you're out, roll with a mocktail. See you later. Bye.